We'll start the session. So myself, I am Ravi Teja. I have an experience in various domains. I have worked in the Indian Space Research Organization for Chandrayaan 2 related projects, and as well as I have done some of the part of the projects in BSNL. So later I come to the in the data science field, and I started my career in the data science. So currently I have my own startup, as well as also I am working in the one MNC company. So first, I will tell. So first, you have to know the awareness of all the courses, whatever the courses are there in the data science community. So to know the data science community, first you have to know, first of all, the basics of Python, basic plus advanced. So this is common for any role. If you are taking for analyst role, or if you are going for data engineering role, so any field if you are going to choose, the Python is the most common language everywhere they are using. So why the Python is most familiar? Why are not other languages? All those things we will discuss whenever the course will going to start. So just I am going to give the awareness of what all the courses are there in our institute. So so different courses. So what we train the people. So that for awareness of the courses, just this is like a demo session. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me at the end of the session. Even in the middle also, it's fine. Basic plus advanced Python. So if you are learn all these things, just you can go for the job role in the as a Python developer. So that is advanced in the net. So mostly we should not call it as advanced or basic. This is not comes generally. We should not call in such a way. So advanced in the sense, suppose if you learn the frameworks like Django and the Django, and suppose if you are going to learn some other Flask applications like this, these are all mostly comes under web applications. If you are learning all these things, that comes as a Python developer. So this is a Python developer. So after if you learn only Python, you can go the job role as Python developer. So coming to next one is data engineering. So in the data engineering, so data engineering in the sense how to extract the data, how to structure the data, how to get the data in the proper format for doing analysis. That is data engineering. So that is in the sense uh, forming a data in the proper manner to do the analysis or to get the required format. Suppose if it is in the database, acquisition of the data in the proper required format. So if you are doing in such a way of getting the data in the required format by using some of the tools, that comes under the data engineering. So that is nothing but how to stream and processing the data. How to stream and processing the data. So, and what are the various databases you will learn in this course if you are choosing for data engineering. So that is various databases in the sense SQL and NoSQL databases. Next, coming under that, Spark, coming under that Hive, next coming under that Talent, coming under that Informatics, coming under that Hadoop distributions, next coming under the deployment, and another one is Databricks implementation. All these comes under the data engineering role. So next one is coming in the, if you learn this data engineering role, you can become as a data engineer. Can become as an data engineer. So by learning all these skills. And coming next one is data analyst. In the data analyst, you should, so here also the common skill is Python. This is common for data engineering as well as data analyst also. This is Python is common. So here you will learn Python, statistics, and Excel. That is, you have to know from basic level Excel to advanced level. Next one is SQL. SQL, at least one SQL is fine. That is MySQL or Oracle SQL. If you learn MySQL, which will be more benefit compared to this. Both are same, similar only. So either any SQL language, that is relational database, you should have to know. And for doing analysis, you should know, that is Power BI and the Tableau. So before previously, if you learn any one visualization tool, it will be enough. But nowadays, if you know both these, it will be more advantage compared to learning only one tool. Next, after data analyst, so next one is machine learning engineer. So in this machine learning engineer, you should know Python. Next one is SQL. SQL, that is relational and non-relational. Relational in the sense MySQL, etc. All the relational databases. Non-relational databases, in the sense you have to know MongoDB and Cassandra. Coming to that, statistics. Statistics you should have to know. Next one is supervisor learning. In the supervisor learning, you should have to know linear regression, logistic regression, KNN, next decision tree, random forest, ADA boost, gradient boosting, XGBoost, SVM. All these algorithms you will learn in supervisor learning. In unsupervised learning, that is k-mean clustering, hierarchical clustering, DB scan clustering, PCA, all these things you will learn, and time series and forecasting. So etc. If any other concepts also will be added, and we'll see how to do the Docker and Kubernetes end to end with the CI or CD pipelines for machine learning. And we'll see the how to deployment either in one cloud, either Azure or GCP or AWS or three, depends, and fetching of the Power BI and Tableau, which will be having an advantage by learning these two also. If you want to become a, this is an exceptional, if you learn this is also fine, but if you go for machine learning engineer role. So next one is computer vision. The computer vision, here also this is common, where you will learn first initially as Python, second one is statistics, and next one is artificial neural networks. So where you will learn what is neuron and a single layer perceptron, next multi-layer perceptron, what is weights, what is biases, what are activation functions, loss functions, optimizers, what is hidden layer neurons, what is dropout, forward and back propagation. All these concepts you will learn in the artificial neural networks, forward and backward propagation. So this is a basic of the, if you want to go for the uh, computer vision engineer role or convolutional neural networks, these are the basics you should have to know. So by learning these ANN only, you can go for CNN, that is convolutional neural networks. So that is comes under in the convolutional neural networks, again divided into the different tasks. Convolutional neural networks. So where you should have to know the concept in ANN. దాంట్లో in that you have to know in the convolutional neural networks, again you have to know the libraries like TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras, and if you want to go for the statistics, such kind of things, statistics means you have to know the SciPy. So these are the libraries where TFOD also, that is TensorFlow object detection. So in the convolutional neural networks, again divided into three multiple sections. One is classification, another one is detection, another one is tracking. In the classification, we're going for the LeNet, LXNet, VGG models, that is VGG 16, VGG 19, VGG16, VGG19. This is ResNet, InceptionNet, GoogleNet. So all these algorithms we'll be discussing here. So coming into the detection algorithms, we'll see what is RCNN, next fast RCNN, faster RCNN, SSD, YOLO V1, V2, V3 and V4. Next one is tracking. So tracking also, some of the algorithms will be mixing in this. So we'll discuss whenever we are going to discuss tracking in detail. If you choose a course in that is convolutional neural networks. So which is where you will get the job role as computer. So where you will get the job role as computer vision engineer. So I think next one is NLP engineer. So in the NLP engineer, you have to learn the libraries like NLTK, PACY, GenSim, TextBlob, PyTorch, TensorFlow, Keras. So all these libraries you should have to know that the familiar if you want to become an NLP engineer. So in that we'll learn the basics of here also artificial neural networks. What is neuron? What is single layer perceptron, multi-layer perceptron? What is hidden layer neurons? All these concepts you will be going to learn in the artificial neural networks, and where you will be seeing as recurrent neural networks, and LSTM, bidirectional LSTM. Next one is encoder decoder. Next one is attention models. The attention models, that is self attention models, auto encoder decoder, all these things you will see here. Next BERT models. In the BERT you will see Albert, Distilbert, all these algorithms. Next coming into the GPT-1, GPT-2, PT2, and another one is GAN models. All these things you will be see in the NLP and the chartbot. So after doing this, you should know how to deployment in all the clouds, either in AWS or Azure or GCP. So this is an NLP engineer role. Next one is if you are choosing for the data science or deep learning engineer role. So which is combination of computer vision plus NLP. So whatever we have discussed, so to get an idea in the NLP, we all do the whatever we are applying the algorithms and whatever we are going to learn, everything in the NLP role. So that is purely on the text. That is content based NLP. Computer vision in the sense entirely will directly deal with the images. Machine learning engineer is nothing but whatever the structured data will be there, that is in the form of Excel sheet or CSV files. The data will be there. Based on the input data, you are going to predict something. So here where you will be going for like the chatbot. So I will tell at the end we'll discuss what all the applications in the daily life we are seeing in the NLP and CNN we'll discuss. And last role is AI apps. So nowadays, which is familiar, whoever learns in AI apps, that is more fetchable if you learn any of these technologies. After learning these technology, if you learn AI apps, it will be advantage. Directly learning AI apps is not recommendable. So after learning any of these technologies, whatever we have told up to now, any of these if you learn only, then only it is recommendable to learn AI apps. So that is artificial intelligence operations. So in that, what is AI apps? So Linux, you should know all the Linux basics. What is Git Foundation? I think all of you know the DevOps. So in the similar thing here also, the same kind of structure, same kind of concepts only you should have to know here. So GitHub. Next one is GitLab. The data version control. Another one is Docker. Next, what just only if you know the basics enough in this Kubernetes foundation, like TensorFlow extend. So AWS AI apps. Next, Azure AI apps. Next, GCP AI apps. And another one is digital ocean. In the digital ocean, you should know like droplets and file transfers, get GitOps. Another one is Jenkins. All these kind of things you should know in the digital transformation. So this is different. So after learning any of the roles previously, whatever I told up to 6th one, if you learn these things after learning all any of that role, if you learn AI apps, it will be more better. And coming to an applications in the NLP, so generally in the WhatsApp, if you are going to type some text, automatically, so it is showing the whatever the for future text, what something it is going to predict, and it is showing that this is the word. So that is how it is happening. That is an application of an NLP. And even if you got any mail and if you are going to send the response to that mail, automatically the response will be generated. How that is possible? That is also possible through NLP. And if you open any websites, and the corner something, you will be getting some of the queries on how can I assist you, such kind of things. Nowadays if you are going to see any website, now you are finding that is a chatbot. That is also an application of an NLP. And another one is suppose if you are in a coming to an artificial intelligence, suppose if you are watching some of the videos, and if you are watching some of the videos, whatever the videos in YouTube you are watching, the similarly YouTube audios, whatever you are opening and watching, the similar kind of videos it will be recommendable. How it is happening? That is through an application of an artificial intelligence. And suppose if you are going for any like nowadays in the suppose attendance marked system also, by before used to we have the biometric kind of system. Nowadays, based on the facial expression itself, it is the door is going to get unlocked. How it is happening? So that is also an application of an AI. So that is self-autonomous cars. So that is also possible through AI. Another one is previously we used to have the bank account and going to if you are want to get the any loan from the banks and everything. Nowadays it is also become digitization based on the whatever you are giving. So automatically it is getting through digitization. That is also an application of an AI only. So like this, so many applications are there. Suppose in the coming to the healthcare, in the healthcare, if you go for the MRI scanning or CT scanning or X-ray, whatever the previously CT scan, if you see an image by seeing that CT scan image, even doctor also can't able to recognize what kind of exactly the disease is. So even if you take for example of COVID, in the COVID, uh, same the CT scan report, it will be showing some of the lungs images not good. You can see the chest images in an CT scan. So where you cannot able to identify whether it is due to COVID or whether it is due to TB or whether it is due to lung infections. You are not able to tell that exactly. So what type of disease it is based on the CT scan also. So that kind of so exactly what the disease identification. So that's why they will be asking to get the that is what based on CT score. Another one also the D-dimer test also they are asking to recommendable to get the test. So then only they are able to tell that this person is having the COVID or not. So exactly by using the CT scan itself, so which type of disease the person got. So that can also be taken with the help of an artificial intelligence. That is through computer vision. So another thing, suppose if you see any application, so whatever the COVID, this is like another thing, if you are going to predict some of the diseases based on your symptoms, based on your symptom, this person is having this kind of symptom, you will be going to mark that kind of symptoms. Based on the symptoms, you will be checking that so which the person is having, what type of disease is having. So that is also predictable. So what is the person is having this disease, that can be also possible with the help of an artificial intelligence application only. Next, Arogya Setu app. That app, I think all of you know all these things. Everyone has installed also in your smartphone. So that is also which is an example of an artificial intelligence only. So what is the circle where the people in nearby distance, whether any person is there who is infected with COVID. This all these things you are able to know by the app. That is also with the help of an AI only. And even if you're going for the Ola and Uber apps, in the Ola and Uber, if you are choosing, so whenever you are going to book a Ola cab, so it is going to estimate that. So within this many minutes, the cab will come. It will be showing. It will be arriving 8 minutes. It will be arriving 6 minutes. Or your estimated drop of time at this some within half an hour. Like that, you are able to see whenever you book an cab. That is also an application of AI. So that is in the how the cab can be booked. Whenever you book the cab, whatever it will be showing. Suppose we will see this here. Suppose if you book a cab, so it will be shown some circle where all the cars will be, you will be getting here. So such kind of cars in this cluster, you are able to see some of the cars. So how it is happening? This is the possible of through an AI only, artificial intelligence. That is through clustering and some of the algorithms. With the help of those algorithms, it is possible. And even this is not only an application for the Ola and even for the Uber and Rapido. All these things also comes into an application of an AI. So next, whenever we are going for Swiggy or Zomato, that is food applications. If you are going to book so if you order any kind of food from the any restaurant, so how the Swiggy and Zomato is able to show all the restaurants. Suppose if you book some of the food from one of the restaurant, so the similar kind of food where it is good, it is showing recommended. So in these restaurants, so suppose if you are interested in some of the flavor, like any dish, suppose if you take in Hyderabad, in Hyderabad the most famous food is biryani. So if you want to order an biryani in some kind of restaurant which is nearby you or which is good restaurant, so the similar kind of taste and the similar kind of price, whatever you are going to book that food, the similar kind of restaurants only it will be showing at the bottom. I think all of you have observed all these things. So how this is happening? This is also an possible of through an AI only. And even suppose if you are going, I think all of you watch the movies in Amazon Prime or Netflix or some kind of things wherever you need. So you are going to watch the movies. If you are watching the movies, so based on your genre is nothing but based on your interest. That is like action, comedy, or drama, or whatever it may be, or thriller. So based on your genre, that is interest, it is also recommendable that these type of movies you can be watchable, like that it will be showing the movies recommended, like that some of the movies will be displayed at the end whenever you open any Amazon Prime or Netflix or anything. You observe all these things. That is also a possible through an application of an AI only. And coming to next, if you're going in Amazon, so Amazon and Flipkart, I think all of you have ordered some of the thing might be up to now. Anything, I'm thinking that you might be ordered anything in either Amazon or Flipkart. If you ordered something, like suppose if you ordered any laptop in Amazon, some kind of whatever is the configurations based on that thing, whatever you have ordered, and it is also recommended some of the products at the end of the product. So that is based on, suppose if you are ordered the laptop, it might be showing some things that is recommended, the like keyboard or mouse or printer, and it is also showing that kind of things. And even whenever you open and going to order the next time, so same kind of similar laptops or some kind of similar things it will be showing. So all these things, which is also an application of an artificial intelligence. And even nowadays, even in the TVs also, in the television broadcasting also, there they are also using an AI. So at what time that program has to be scheduled automatically. So at what time what movie it has to come in the channel, that is also which is an automated, and also it is also possible of an artificial intelligence. And coming to some other scenarios like the suppose if you are taking any loan, so for this person that loan has to be giving, has to give or not. If you go for the bank, based on your history, based on your uh, that is income, based on your expenditure, based on your property, all these things will be considered. And even the bank manager or some other person also is not eligible to tell that whether the person has to give loan for you or not. that is also possible through an artificial intelligence. So automatically, so whether it has to given the person has to be loan or not, that will be decided by an AI. And some other thing like even diabetes. If you even if you have the diabetes, whether you are going to get or not in the future, that is also can be predictable. So whether you may get or not, uh, that also it is possible through an AI. And coming to next application, yeah. So I will answer your question. 1 minute. So coming to an coming to an next scenarios like stock price prediction. Something I think you some of the persons might be interested in the stock exchange programs. So whether something you are like Nifty, all these things you heard. So how it is happening. So at what time whether the company shares is going to rise or whether it is going to fall, like these things it is there. So how you can predict initial stage itself whether I can invest some of the money or not. That is possible through time series and forecasting. So that is also possible through an application of an artificial intelligence. So in weather series, weather. So in the future, in the next week, maybe cyclone will come. In the next 1 hour, the temperature will be like this. In the next 1 hour, in the next day, on the next day at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., the humidity will be there. On next day, 4 p.m., some cloudy will be there. So how it is telling, that is also a possible of an artificial intelligence based on time series and forecasting. So suppose if you are taking some of the example, if you want to group some of the similar things, suppose you don't know some kind of data set you got, you don't know what are the similar things by seeing the thousands and millions of records at a time. If you are watching able to see millions of records at a time, you are not able to predict that whether the similar groups are there or not. The similar groups, if you want to make everything in the similar group from the data set, you have to go for clustering. So that clustering also, so that is also a main concept. So another thing is uh, so these are the main applications. Even so many are there. Even the Vola, so not Vola, Voyo. So if you are going to book the Voyo hotels, so the price is going to get changed every time. So how the price is going to get changed? So based on the whether it is festive season, whether it is a weekend, or whether it is some of the festivals or some of the festivals is going to arrive, or whether it is a busy hours, or whether it is a based on the day, whether it is morning or night, whatever it may be. So based on all these factors, even the Voyo hotel prices also will get varied. So how this is happening, the varying, any human intervention is there for doing that prices changing? No, not there anything. So that is also possible through an AI only. So how the prices is going to change based on all these parameters. And even so nowadays even the traffic rule system also AI application it came. Suppose if you are going on the road, so something traffic rules if you are not going to follow, automatically somewhere the polices are there, they are going to click your vehicle whether if you do not have any helmet or if you are going on the bike, so if you are not wearing the mask, all these things nowadays what you are seeing daily. So nowadays the police is going to click that image and you are supposed to pay the fine. So no, in some of the cities like Delhi, I think. So there is no need of any police also. Automatically, based on artificial intelligence application, automatically it get detected your bike number, vehicle number. Automatically you will get the challan without the help of any human intervention also. So that is also possible through an AI. And some applications like yeah, so these are the things. If anything, I will discuss some of the applications. First, we'll see hi, who can learn this, how much time it takes from beginner level to professional level. Yeah, so nice. This you can learn anyone, not only it's not a specific to only non-technical person or technical person. Anyone can learn. That is all depends on your interest, dedication. So dedication is the most important thing for learning data science. This is not like all other courses. So we should have to complete within 1 month, 2 months courses. Such kind of course is not this. If you have in that mind, please, even if you learn for 2 months or 1 month, you won't get anything. Even if you try for the job also, it's no use. If you are going for dedicated learning the data science, you have to allocate. So whatever the task, whatever the topics I have told, these all comes under into a data science. So if you want to learn all these things, whatever I have told up to the 7th section, it will take nearly 6 to 7 months minimum. Or otherwise, if you are going to choose any of these domain, it will take only the 3 months time based on your interest. Yeah, once whoever attended the session, uh, whoever attended the session, just you try to ping that as you attended in this session. That is, please post your message to this number. So whoever attended the session. And see, that is, it will take nearly 6 to 7 months. And the package and the course, the course fee, everything, you can contact the support team. So still anyone having any doubts regarding the content?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I have few queries. See, I'm working in MNC as a technical lead into industrial automation. Okay,
yeah, yeah. Okay,
10
fine.
plus years, 10 plus years in industrial automation. So I'm interested to learn artificial intelligence. So how it can help and how much time it takes. So I understand it takes 3 to 4 months if you are going for the single particular module, and if you
Yes.
are going to learn everything, it takes 6 to 7 months. That's all right. And
Yeah.
how it can help, with my profession. And I don't want to, completely change my profile, so I want to keep the industrial automation sector. Along with that, I want to add some more skills on artificial intelligence and data science.
Yeah. So you can keep the whatever the skills you have up to now, you have done in an industrial automation. You can do some projects related to that. You can add on the projects related to whatever the field you have worked up to now. So in that industrial automation also you have the projects related to AI. So the task you can do similar to such kind of projects, and you can keep in the resume, and you can try based on that, and you can go into AI field.
Okay. So this when I change my profile, so this my past 10 years of experience will consider in this, or
No,
have to.
they will
Yeah.
consider 10 years of experience with an add-on of AI experience.
Okay.
Yeah, still any questions? Yeah, so data science and data analyst. So data analyst is nothing but whatever the data. See here, I will see 1 minute. So here data science is comes into all these things. If you are going to, if you have all these skills, then comes enter into a data science. So you have to know Python, data engineering, data analyst, machine learning. So all this comes under into an one umbrella in the data science only. Data analyst is whatever the data which you are going to fetch from any databases, and if you are going to analyze on the data by using some of the tools like SQL, Power BI, and the Tableau, such kind of tools, if you are going to do some analysis and if you are making a report, that role is data analyst. Think Purna, I have answered your question as I'm thinking. So for the data analyst role, it will take training for 3 months. So still any questions are there? So one thing I can tell, so most of the people I have seen, they'll start the learning of the data science until Python. They will learn clearly. After learning Python, they'll go statistics. The statistics also somewhat it is okay. They will learn. After whenever they're going to start machine learning or some of the tasks, so I have seen some people in and around me. So they used to get drop off the course, and they don't have that dedication and patience while learning this course. So first of all, for learning this course, you should have so much patience and dedication, which is main thing. And procrastination should not happen for this course. So every day, every at least some of the time you should have to spend for to go into an AI role. This is not like the other courses. That what I can tell from my side. So if you have that dedication only, please learn this, or otherwise don't learn this course. So this is not a hard course. This is an easy only. So everyone used to make everyone that it is a huge course. Everyone they will make you a fear. So don't trust all those words. If you have an interest and dedication, and if you want to do something, this course is which is suitable for you. And this is a prerequisites only the basic knowledge of mathematics. So like differentiation, I think all of you know differentiation, probability, statistics, integrations, all things. You all come, as I'm hoping that all you came from the engineering background. Even those concepts also we will see here. There are no worries. Even if you don't know also, if you have an interest, that's fine. Still anyone having any doubts? Shall we close the session?
Yeah, I have one last question.
Yeah.
So you're working in MNC as a data science engineer, or and
Yeah,
your
science.
startup is also in the same field?
Yeah, same field.
Okay. So you worked in ISRO as a data science or into some other field?
That is another field.
Okay. Because people dream for the ISRO company, and you have changed from the ISRO. That means there's a big scope in data science, right?
Yes. There we have worked in the like data acquisition only, but
Okay.
is for lander and rover communication.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever the lander lands on the lunar surface, so
Okay.
automatically from the lander, rover will be coming from the lander. So
Mm-hmm.
after coming from the lander, whatever the rover, it will be moving on the lunar surface. Then we should have to give the communication between those two. All these things we have done.
Okay. So the package wise, how much we can expect as a fresher, or in my case, 10+ years,
Yeah,
and getting the job?
you can expect a minimum 20 lakh or 25, 20, about 20.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you can get minimum as a fresher in the data science. So that is you are it's what I can suggest you for freshers is after learning the data science course, better you choose you go for any startup, or you can go for any like internship program. So going to get directly into an MNC somewhat difficult. That what I can suggest. First, go into an entry level as like as an intern, or go into an any startup with your the skills, whatever the skills you do, and keep everything the projects in your resume, and go into then any startup or fresh as like as an intern in MNC. Directly you won't get into an MNC as a fresher for data science. So data analyst batch, when it will start, we'll let you know by the team. So you can contact with the support team, they will tell. So when it will start. Okay, then thank you for all joining. Even in the weekend also you spend the time. Thank you for all.